Ruckzuck. Simply powerful web design.
Hello, this is Max from Ruckzuck, and I'd like to talk to you about page blocks in Ruckzuck. Now, page blocks are a feature we came up with to make pages more adaptable. Something you'll see very often is a page like this, that has a fixed header that never changes with a navigation and logo, maybe a footer, but the stuff that's in between the content area changes on every subpage, right? So I've got a gallery that's got all these images. Now I've got my menu with, the big header image, lots of text, and then my contact page has got a heading, some text on the left, and then the Google map, right? And page blocks are a really smart way to build out all these different pages with only one layout. Let's have a look at this. As you can see, I'm in my Ruckzuck space, and I've got here my example page. I've already set up my logo and my navigation right here, and of course my footer element. And now I'm gonna add the page block area module for my content. So let's open up this drop down, and it's right at the top, page block area, there we go. And I'll drag it right in between my footer and navigation. And there it is. And as you can see, this says all subordinate modules of the page block area, blah, blah, blah. But what this means basically is any modules that we add inside of the page block area become sort of building blocks that our editors in page mode can then use and add in any order and as many times as they want when they're building out pages. So this is empty right now, and let's now add those building blocks. So I guess we'll do an image. An image. There we are. Text module makes sense, right? Because we always need text. And then let's maybe do a heading, right? Like so. Now this is the simplest way you could use page blocks, and this works, right? If we switch over to page mode right now, we could add an image, a text, or heading module to our page. But there's a slightly more sophisticated way to do this. And that's nesting modules within the page block area. So what I could do is add a box, and I'm gonna call this map and text. Now as I add a Google map, there we are, a Google map and a text module to this, this now becomes one building block, right? So in page mode, our editors won't even see the Google map and the text module. All they'll be able to see is our own map and text building block, if you will. So this is very useful, obviously. So I'm gonna do 2 columns, maybe. Right, so that's 2 ways. We can use modules directly, and we can do these nested modules and sort of create our own building blocks. And the third way we can use page blocks is by adding a page block area within our page block area, right? And this can be very useful in our example for this image gallery, for example, right? So that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm in my page block area, and I'm gonna add another one. I'm gonna call this, again, it's always a good idea to name things, makes it easier. So let's do image gallery. All right. Now again, any modules we add within this page block area, again, become building blocks. And in this case, we're just gonna do image. Let's do 4 columns, horizontal distance, that's fine. Now before we switch over to page mode and go use our building blocks, it's very important to give yourself rights to edit these modules in page mode. Right, I like to forget this, but I haven't in this case, and that's good. So I'm gonna click these locks to allow editing in page mode on all of these modules. So on the Google Map, we probably want to be able to edit the settings and stuff. Text module, obviously. Oh, not this one, this one. Image, of course. Image height as well. Another text module and the heading. Text, right. There we are. I'm gonna double check, make sure. Yeah, this looks fine. So now our editors in page mode will be allowed to edit these modules, right? So let's hit save and switch over to page mode. As you can see, I've already set up these pages, but they're all empty, as you can see. So let's just open one. Let's do the home page first. Now, as you can see in the tree view, here's my page block area, and in the preview area, there's this big old plus button. If I click it, it opens up this dialog, and this shows me, as you can see, all the building blocks that we set up for ourselves earlier. So I've got my heading, image, text, then my map and text, remember that's our nested module, and then our image gallery, remember that's our page block. But for now, I'm just going to do a heading, insert. There we are, there it is. Now I can do hello world, and if I want to add another page block, I can do so with this plus button at the top here. And let's do, let's edit below, and let's do a text module, and it shows up in my preview. And if I hover these, this little toolbar shows up on the right that lets me move these up and down, and add new ones and duplicate the ones I've got. Right, so pretty simple, isn't it? So let's hit save, and let's do the contact page actually. So gonna double click, open this, and again I click the plus symbol to open up this dialog. Gonna add a heading. Let's see. Come say hello. Now I'm gonna add our own map and text module to show you what that's like. And as you can see, this now adds the Google Map and text module. And again, because we gave ourselves the right to do so, we can edit these. Blah blah, I don't know. Right, and we could also edit these settings because we allowed it in edit in design mode, right? So pretty simple. Now the only thing we have to look at is our gallery, right? So I'm gonna add a heading just to make things clear. Add a text module, and now I'm gonna add our image gallery. And remember, this is a page block area within our page block area. So let's do this, see what it looks like. As you can see right here, I've got my heading text and my image gallery, and because this is a page block area, it again gives me the big plus button, and if I click it, I can now only see the image because that's the only building block that we defined for this area. So I'm gonna add one, duplicate this a couple times, and there's our image gallery. And again, I can move the entire thing up and down because it's still a module within our parent page block area. Right, and that pretty much covers how page blocks work in Rictic. Go have fun with it.